When the Van der Linde gang moves into Shady Belle in Red Dead Redemption 2, everything starts to feel different. It's a new home, but it doesn't feel like freedom anymore, it feels like a warning. After being forced out of Clemens Point by the O'Driscolls and the Pinkertons, Dutch leads the gang deep into the swamps of Lemoyne, to a broken plantation house left to rot in the mud. The mansion is crumbling, surrounded by thick fog and decay, a reflection of what the gang itself is becoming. Shady Belle is more than just a change of scenery. It's the moment when the cracks in Dutch's dream really start to show. Dutch still talks about loyalty, family, and one more big score, but you can feel his confidence fading. He's not the same man who once inspired everyone at Horseshoe Overlook. Now, he's snapping at people, growing paranoid, and chasing control he's slowly losing. The gang follows him because they have nowhere else to go, but the spark that once held them together is starting to die. Inside the mansion, the atmosphere is heavy. The rooms are dusty, the light dim, and the gang's laughter feels forced. Arthur's journal captures this mood perfectly. He writes about how things are changing, how Dutch seems colder, and how the camp doesn't feel like home anymore. This is where Arthur starts to question the man who raised him. He still rides for Dutch, still believes in him out of habit, but there's doubt in his voice now. He's beginning to see that Dutch's plans are built on air. Shady Belle also marks the rise of Micah's influence. Dutch starts trusting Micah more than anyone else, taking his reckless advice and brushing off Arthur's warnings. You can sense the tension building every time Arthur and Micah share a scene. Micah's manipulative words fuel Dutch's ego, making him feel like the only one still fighting for the dream. Meanwhile, the rest of the gang, Sadie, Charles, John, they are all quietly wondering if the dream's already over. Even the smaller moments around camp tell the story. John is trying to stay focused on Abigail and Jack, already thinking about getting away. Sadie's transforming from a grieving widow into a fighter, someone who's starting to see through Dutch's talk. Lenny and Charles still hope things will turn around, but they're starting to realize that one last job is never the last. Shady Belle leads directly into the Saint Denis chapter, the gang's last real attempt to find fortune and escape. Dutch believes that pulling off one big job will fix everything, but his time in the mansion shows how delusional that's become. The gang isn't growing stronger here, it's rotting from within. The walls are closing in, both literally and figuratively. By the time they leave Shady Belle for Saint Denis, the family Dutch built is already broken. The mansion they lived in, with its cracked walls and ghostly silence, mirrors Dutch's own state of mind, something grand and proud that's now collapsing.